Is that you?
Now we will go into full spoilers of Demon Slayer Mugen Train. Full spoilers, no host bar. If you haven't seen it, pause the podcast, come back and visit us now. Full spoilers for Demon Slayer Mugen Train. This is your final warning. Let's go.
That opening scene, bruh. I can tell. I thought I was confused. I was like,
is this real life?
Is this real life?
Is live action? What the fuck is going on here? I felt the same way. I'm like, what the fuck?
I was like, there's no way Ufotable popped off like this.
Straight up.
For the opening scene. Like, it just turned on. I'm just like, bro.
Never. I never seen CGI that looks this good in anime before in my life. In my life.
Fact.
It was blended so fucking well with the animation. I was blown back. The part that didn't look as good was the demon, like when he got all mushy and shit.
Yeah, that was the only part that didn't look good, but I swear everything else was so good I didn't even care.
Oh my god, me either. The Rengoku fucking shit, dude.
The snow.
My gosh, man.
Like, and then when I was talking about like the animation, I didn't really want to jump too much into it. So that opening scene really had me shook on how beautiful it was. And then when they were in Tanjiro's like dream and they were like scaling around like the forest and it was snowing,
yes.
It just felt like they were in like a real world, but
yes.
like with the camera going around looking at Tanjiro. I'm like, what the fuck is Tanjiro doing in this real world walking around like that?
I don't know how the fuck they gave us this animation, like cartoon, like animated, drawn foreground that felt 3D. But it wasn't. It was still drawn. It was like CGI, but not CGI, but 3D, but not. Fucking crazy, bro. The layers, the trees.
Blew my whole mind back.
The trees in that forest you were just talking about, the layers between them, the space. Oh my god, they did.
They seemed like an actual forest. Like it was.
Yes.
It didn't seem like, you know how sometimes they just line trees up like they were all like meant like a checkerboard. I'm like, that's stupid. Why would you do that? It felt like you were actually in the woods or a forest where the trees were just like like sporadic, but it didn't seem out of place. They did a great job.
The best part too is with the direction, right? When they were on an actual train fighting, when Tanjiro was fighting in that tight closed space, you could feel the sense of like the claustrophobia in that space where he was trying to fight the demon and shit. But real quick, I gotta mention, why the fuck did they send the upper third demon there?
I don't know if he was sent though, right? Like, how
else? Why else?
I think he just pulled up.
But like, why?
That's what bothered me, is because it felt like he just pulled up, like he didn't actually have a reason to be there.
And that's what I was hoping. Like, that's why I feel like it was a deleted scene. Michael Jackson had to say, like, "Hey, go," because I just sensed, one of my kids dying. Something they could have did anything, bro. I was just like,
don't care about the lower demons.
But yeah, but why? Why would the upper three be there then?
I don't know, bro. But let's just, I don't know. That's what made me like really question that. Like, it felt like he was out of place. Like him being there, like it was a dope moment in the fight. Like the fight was dope, but there was no reason for him to actually be there.
The movie could have ended.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
if the movie would have ended, it still would have felt cut short, though, right? Like, but we would have got a resolution and we would have been moved on, and then they would have had to jump straight into the anime. It's like, all right, this is what happens right after that, which probably wouldn't have been bad.
No,
but anime budget, they had that money, might as well animate it, right?
Oh shit, I forgot to mention. Never mind. I'll talk about it after the show. But I didn't get that. That was the only part that had me like, yeah, why'd you pop up? But the fight itself, fucking incredible. Rengoku.
I loved them boarding the train. I loved how they explained like the actual demon's power.
Yes.
Like with him infusing his blood with the tickets and stamping the ticket means you go to sleep. That whole concept to me, I thought that was really cool. But like they started to kind of like this demon that's well planned out, well thought out, kind of devolved into like, I'm super well planned out, into the okay, this is an all-out brawl and I'm hiding more or less rather than like fighting. He didn't feel like, he felt like for a demon, like we had what's his name, Ruri or whatever his name was, the spider demon dude. He was all about action, right? Straight smoke. He was trying to kill everything. But this demon, while he was able to fight, it felt like his whole fight was self-defense. Like he was defending himself from being killed rather than being the attacker. And
trying to eat too. Like you're just trying to eat humans.
Right.
Like, yeah, it feel weird. Right.
So that was part of my issue with that character themselves.
I see what you're saying.
But like the character didn't bother me. Like I liked the character. Yeah, it's more too. Like they just put him on the back heel the whole time.
Yes.
Which felt like how he gets surprised so bad when he'd been planning this for however long and he knew that Rengoku was here. So he should have had like, I don't know, it felt like he should have had a plan for it.
Yeah, I feel like why did it feel like he thought he could beat Rengoku if Rengoku was by himself? When it was clear as fucking day, he wouldn't be able to fucking fuck with Rengoku at all.
It was free. Rengoku got that for free.
Easy, yeah.
So, but like, yeah, Tanjiro, Inosuke, Zenitsu would have a problem, but that's what you were talking about when you were talking about Zenitsu, or not Zenitsu, Tanjiro kind of blew you back when he had him sleep and he was in the middle of the fight and he like
killing himself, like, bro. Yes, that he it was his Subaru moment. But I'm thought about like, damn, how fucking strong do you have to be to realize like I'm falling asleep? But the only I know the way to wake up is kill myself in my dream. So he's doing that over and over
instantly too. Like he gets into the dream and then like they kind of give us that flash where he sees like what dude is showing him in the dream, and he says like my family would never say that to me, and just boom, get back out the dream. Let me come for that neck. And
when he was, what's crazy is, I'm so sorry. When it's so crazy is that the moment that he was running at him when he was still in his human form, the antagonist was still in his human form. He was running at him and he was hitting him with it, foul, and he was falling and he would come back up. I instantly knew what he was doing, and that's what blew me back. That's what blew me back. I'm like, this motherfucker is Subaru right now, and I'm like, he's literally doing this right now in the middle of a fucking fight. It was crazy emotional for me, and that's what made me fall in love with him more. I'm like, you got to be mentally powerful.
But that wasn't even the only part. It was more of the part that like when he initially went to the dream, seeing him like react to his family, and that overall sense of like him being comfortable around them. That whole scenario to me was just like heartwarming.
Growth, more so character.
That kind of hit hard for me. And then when they went into his like soul, his spirit like realm part, the fact that his soul itself was like, yeah, we know you're here to hurt us, but like, you know, I'll take you here. And that like you didn't have a choice but to feel warm about how he overall was. It was an endless void of just like peace and calmness. Mm-hmm. And the only thing I wanted to see was when that upper three ran away, what that inner soul looked like, because boy, was Tanjiro pissed. I loved that, bro. That's another moment that made me love Tanjiro. I was like, he goes up on the character list for that too. Yeah. Like he was straight. He was like, he took his sword, lit that bitch over and threw it, hit him in the back. And I was like, let's go, Tanjiro. You all smoke. He like, let's spark. He like, we sit here and fight you at a disadvantage every single chance we get.
Yes.
And all you can do is run. All you can do is run because you can't handle this. It was beautiful.
That was wonderful.
Like,
that was one of my favorite parts of the entire thing. But my other favorite part comes from my favorite character, Inosuke. Okay.
Mm-hmm. When Inosuke was amazing in this movie.
Fucking incredible. Eyes were in the middle trying to protect his neck, and he was falling asleep, cutting himself. I got to keep my eyes open. I got to keep my eyes closed. I got to keep my eyes closed. He kept his eyes closed, coming back to life, and he was about to fucking cut himself in real life. I literally squeezed the side of my fucking chair so hard. I know fucking Tanjiro wasn't going to die, but I squeezed my chair so hard, like, no, because he was about to kill himself in real life. And Nosuke comes down like, you're not sleeping, motherfucker.
Stupid.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? And it was like, bro, don't do that stupidness.
Yeah. That part was sick, man. That part was real sick. And the fact that they couldn't put him back to sleep because of the mask and he didn't know where he was looking, I'm like, this shit is sick.
Yeah.
Fucking
it was dope. Like also like because that's well thought out because you can't really tell where he's looking because the eyes on the mask just look wherever, right?
Yep.
Like you don't know where he's actually looking.
Fucking dude, beast form. His beast form is so good.
Yeah, his beast style. And you know what I did like also too that kind of just built the lore of the world a little bit more when they were talking about there's always been a fire and a water Hashira, right? Mm-hmm. He was saying that the other forms after like outside of the top 5 or regular 5 are all just like offshoots. And the beast style, what is that an offshoot of? Is that the offshoot of like the wind? Is that an offshoot of the earth?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's super cool because we do know that Inosuke didn't have a master. He just learned by himself.
Yep, in the mountains, which is fucking sick.
He's a demon.
Straight demon.
Fucking monster. Meanwhile, Zetsu in the fucking train, half sleep.
Is that why Demon became? Is Demon Slayer the reason why Demon became like our slogan?
Could be.
It's fucking. It's crazy. It's fucking.
Oh man.
Is that fucking Demon, man?
Now Rengoku, obviously, is a fucking GOAT tier character, bro.
Man. Yeah, man. Easily.
He earned a spot in my heart.
Yes.
Specifically for like his overall fight, like because how he fought.
And we both love the fire element too, so it's like, it's like our shit.
It's our shit, and but yes, fucking Rengoku, he earned a spot in my heart. But like also when he went to his world, his dream, and he had that talk with his father, he came out. His brother was like, "What if I become a Hashira too? Will Dad love me too?" And he's like, "Look, I'm gonna be honest.
He didn't even give a fuck about me.
Dad's not happy with me being a Hashira. He doesn't care. But don't let that kill your spirit. Keep your spirit burning." I was like, let's go, Rengoku. Because the reality is, it's like he said to his brother, you have something that I don't have. And that's a brother who loves you and will support you. Right. And I'm just like, that's a fact.
That is a fact.
Because like you got a big brother who's gonna look out for you. And he went out there. And even though obviously Rengoku dies at the end, he put everything on the line. He gave us like a Might Guy, set your spirit ablaze moment, and went hard, bro. Rengoku won. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah, easy.
He did not take that L because dude had to run one, and Rengoku he gave up everything to make sure dude this ain't no everyday fight right here. Right. This is gonna be either your last fight or you're gonna remember this forever.
Yeah. And what's cool about what this movie did was the way it showed everybody's subconscious. It was so good. He obviously has the burning passion, so his was the molting fire and shit. When they show the way they show, and what made the plot so good for me was the way they show everybody else's dream, like subconscious, before they sold Tanjiro's. Was it put into perspective how pure he is, which 100% made sense for all the shit that he did in the past episodes and shit. So much more valid for me. Like him crying whenever he killed a demon because he felt bad. Like that shit earned Tanjiro a higher place in my fucking character list too. Like him obviously screaming at that upper 3 was important. Like it was the most important part of the entire movie, but understanding who he is and why he was a huge help for that.
I'm gonna be real with you. Tanjiro in this movie was a 10 out of 10 himself.
Facts.
He was a whole 10. Rengoku was a 10. It was the other stuff around those two that wasn't 10s. Inosuke was a 10.
Okay, so for one, Rengoku's mom is a waifu.
True.
She was bad.
With red eyes.
Yep. Fucking Nezuko was so cute. I couldn't stand it. Cute. I couldn't stand it.
She just didn't have enough time to shine.
I know. She just was put on the back burner when it was Zenitsu, and I didn't like that at all. And that's all I got. I love this movie though. I love this movie so much.
It was a really good movie. I want to actually watch it in dub.
You should, and I'll rewatching the sub when it comes to streaming services. Dub wasn't bad. It wasn't as bad. Like it took me about 30 minutes or so to get used to hearing it because I kept doing this. But once I got adjusted, my head got adjusted to what they sounded like. I was able to watch it fine and become attached to the moment to moment happenings of the movie.
Right.
All right, let's wrap it up, bro.